Now, today I want to talk about why I became an ostrich. Now, I haven't watched TV in about 16 years. 16 years ago, I gave up on TV. And the reason why I decided to do that was to improve my own mental health. Now, the main reason why I gave up watching television, I still watch series every now and then, or maybe a movie, but it will not be normal television with adverts and the news and all that stuff. I absolutely refuse to watch it. The main reason is because I don't want to watch the news. Now, I have no control over what's going on in Iran. I've got no control over what's going on in Ukraine and Russia. I have no control over what's going on in my own country. I have absolutely no control whatsoever. And me knowing all the things that are going on in the world and in my own country generally just makes me more and more depressed and miserable and anxious. So I decided to take my head and stick it in the ground like ostriches sometimes do when they are afraid. Many years ago, I watched a series. Most of you probably have seen it to some extent. The series name was Hannibal. Now, when I was younger, I watched the Silence of the Lambs sort of movies and that sort of thing, and I really enjoy Anthony Hopkins, one of my favorite actors. But this was a series done sort of set after that with a Swedish actor. I forget the guy's name, but those of you that have seen the series will know what I'm talking about. And what I noticed that is when I binge watched that series, in other words, I watched 2 or more episodes in a row, I would become incredibly down and depressed. My mental state definitely would take a major nosedive. So it really does matter what you put into your mind. It really does matter what you expose yourself to. My son has ADHD, and a lot of ADHD, if you could call them that, sufferers, find comfort in staring at screens. So they will, if you put them in front of a TV or a computer or a tablet or a mobile phone, they tend to find great comfort in that, and they find great ability to focus. Now, what I noticed with my son is that if he watches certain things on YouTube, then he becomes a very different little person. He becomes very sensitive and very irrational and very sort of, how can I say, inflammatory. He will easily lose his temper and start throwing things around and be completely unreasonable, and you won't be able to get anything right with him. Very interesting observation. I remember as a kid, my brothers and I, we would watch like old Bruce Lee movies or karate movies or, ninja movies. And after the movie was finished, we would be bouncing up and down the house like ping pong balls, basically being these karate or ninjas or karate guys or ninjas. And it would only end when there was blood or someone kicked someone that they were not supposed to kick, or kicked something or beat something that they weren't supposed to beat, and there was pain. So what you expose yourself to definitely has a very strong impact on you. Also, I remember watching I didn't really watch the series, but someone I knew watched this particular series that it gave men a very bad showed men in very bad light. It was fiction, but very realistically done, and it really made men look negative. And I remember this person starting to treat me as if I was one of the men in that series. What you expose yourself to is very, very powerful. It can really have a major influence on your mind, on your mood, on your thoughts, on your actions. People need to be aware of this because I don't think they seem to be aware of this. I like to listen to Eminem every now and then. I don't like all of the stuff, but I like some of the stuff. But what I've noticed is if I listen to two, maybe three Eminem tracks in a row, I get very angry. I get very angry. I might be having a fantastic day, but after those two, three tracks, I'm angry. And half the time I don't even know why I'm angry, but I'm angry. What goes on in your mind, what you expose your mind to, will then eventually start reflecting on the outside, in your body language, in your face, in your behavior, in the way that you treat others. And that is pretty powerful because everybody is basically addicted to a screen in one form or another. And we know what kind of negative research is being popped up or popping up regarding, social media scrolling, doom scrolling, as my daughter calls it. It really is a good description, doom scrolling, because you kind of like scrolling towards your own doom. So in Philippians 4, verse 8, it says, finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. And I would just go and add on to that personally and say, um, take those things and make sure that that is what is getting fed to you via your screens, via whatever it is that you're watching or listening to, exposing yourself to. Because your life will become much, much better if you do so. And the lives of the people around you will also improve greatly. So that's just 10 cents worth that I wanted to leave with you. And yeah, you go and think about it and you decide what you want to do with it. Have a beautiful day ahead.